Brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we continue on in Wildcard Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Touchdown, defense.
They'll run on first down. Swift. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go. Mike 56, Mike 56. Pick me up. Here we go.
Lock now on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a carry for Lindsay. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Throwing his lock on third down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
All day, every day. Any color. 59 Mike. Check, 59. Watch it.
They'll try to left side. Swift. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike to 59. Get your swarm on.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, Rimley.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike's 59.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
At the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And again, it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Let's see what you got. Check 3. Yellow. Flare.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now here's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Wow. Watch QB drop. 59. Mike 43. Check. 59.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give running right, Lindsey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
On 3rd down, Lock. He's got his tight end Fant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Denver.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Lock. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Trotting. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for KC. 64 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
At the 16-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Yellow. Nice 7. Let's go.
Mahomes going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That time, Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Joker. You draw Corker. Hey, Haywood.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Safety creek. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, exit. Get it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height, or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go, finish the game. Check that one, Mike 52 right here. 52. Wow.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hold the look, hold. Yellow. Smoke. Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Yeah.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Back and go full strip. Mike 52. Check right. Hey, Mike 52.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field when you go make a play on the football.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Butker's kick here is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before half for Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd and 12, Lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go, D. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Yellow. Choose the mic. It's a party now. Yellow. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Echo.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard
line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is the tight end, Fant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing again on second down. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
58, boy, 58, Mike. You run right now. Run right now. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15 line.
54. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming
Down.
Go, run.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set, 30 base. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
58 to Mike. 58.
Lock looks to throw it again. Open man is Samuel, complete. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Denver.
Lock going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Into the red zone, it's Lock. Sliding out of the pocket. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw again on second down. Lock got a man open. It's Ross. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game. Brandon McManus to kick off
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on. You better bring it. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Easy. Push him back.
On third down, Swift. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
General, flash,
Mahomes now on first down. And incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
25, check 25, check 25.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Mike, you gotta go, baby. Attack!
Back two, the Mike. Mike back two. Tackles.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Mike 15, 6, 59. Let's go, D.
And again, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mahomes firing complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's coming, he's coming.
Yo, go going.
H3, 218, chopper.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
4th down and 1.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And the kick by Butker is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Block now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
6-6, pull it high. Go. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's coming this way. Here we go. 58.
Hey, Echo.
58 Mike.
Hit it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Don't get nervous now.
On 1st down, Swift. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Yellow. On the line.
Check. Watch 54. I got you, punk.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go, go, go.
No, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Down to lose 1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Yellow! I'm the Wolverine!
Bandit! Bandit!
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
A loss of a yard.
Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.